Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Come on, set 70, Indy.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
You're out.
Watch your shit.
Deep grip.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, watch the lane.
Hey, box drop.
55.
6'6", pull it high.
I got him. Shift. Watch the shift. Check.
Let's go.
To throw is Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst,
Here we go.
you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Okay, ready?
55. Check. 55. Mike. I got it. Under 10. 10. Check the backer.
Hey, high 7.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Watch twist.
Let go.
Now Rivers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's go, baby.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, it's Hines. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Bound to lose one.
Snap.
Rivers. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. 15 line.
Let's see what you got.
On second down, it's Hines. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short.
Look at me. Door.
Check three.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want...
Oh, they get to the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will have a touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, echo.
7-7, our score after 1.
10 Lobo. Hey, orbit.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike 55, Mike 55.
So don't say nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Get it.
Now a give right side. Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Bravo.
Check. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Watson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. From the 50, it's Watson. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack on 1st down, Watson, he finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Coming to you. Mike.
Five.
Mike. So we got man. Check three. Wide. Get wide.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rivers. And some room to work. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rivers now. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To Johnson again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
80 weapon. Go. 5.
They go play action. Rivers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Play fake, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
91.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Well, he's going to have the hook up to QT. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? But
it's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
56. Check 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Blue draw Corker.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Hey, Delta.
Come on, D.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Mike. 6 man.
Check. Go.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
55, Mike 55.
Throwing, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 13. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Come on. Slam, slam, slam.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine.
They run again with Hines. And an alley to run. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just called the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Big trip. Big trip.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Now a toss coming right side. Hines. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll run it with Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 41, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. From the gun, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And Watson's going to throw it here. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Hey, Charlie.
First down, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
What we got? What we got? What we got? He's coming. He's
Recon, 132 fighter. Yep.
That's mine. I got him. I got him. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Blue down.
A second down throw for Rivers. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready, ready.
The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Smooth.
Pretty quiet. Mike.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's caught inside the 25. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Hey, Haywood.
I got you. I got you. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Watching you five.
Rivers on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
I got you. I got you.
Yes. Greystone Cabot. Shoot.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Rip left.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Hey. High 7.
55, Mike. 55. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. D.
Big grip.
Here's Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Gary and Conley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Texans, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.